Oh, my fault, B.
Pandemic.
Damn.
Pandemic. I got that pandemic.
It's just the way it is, man.
Pandemic. Pandemic. Got that pandemic. Pandemic. Relax. Pandemic. Relax out right here. The pandemic is right here, y'all. Don't sleep on the pandemic.
Rush hour on an uptown train, doors open, and she walks in, she's soaking, caught in the rain, her skin shines like crystalline.
Well, it took 34 days to isolate the coronavirus that caused SARS, and that's fast.
I'm authorizing a quarantine on everyone who's come in contact with a symptomatic person.
There's got to be something I can do.
And the enzyme this virus is going to reduce.
So the chlorus would...
You know where this goes, her keys in. They take off their clothes, they're soaking. Caught in a dream, her skin shines like crystalline.
No one's ever tried to vaccinate an entire planet as fast as they're trying to do it now.
Virus was traced back to drug testing done at Genesis laboratories in San Francisco.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth.
CDC is projecting the fatality toll ranging from 5 million to as many as 150 million in the next 6 to 8 months.
Anyone showing signs of contagious illness will receive special treatment here.
Many of the new arrivals are children who have lost contact with their parents.
The problem with deceivers is all the bodies buried under the floorboards.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this.
New sirens would sing from rocks off the cliffs by the sea. The monsters with waiting teeth, their skin shines crystalline.
The best lessons, I think, on how to get prepared are, again, what we do for war. Not missiles, but microbes.
I have really good news. Today our nation has achieved a medical miracle. We have delivered a safe and effective vaccine in just 9 months.
I've just been briefed by my COVID-19 team on the progress we're making in our fight against the virus. And I'm asking everyone who hasn't gotten vaccinated, please get vaccinated.
The former President Donald Trump says he would recommend people get the COVID vaccine.
I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But you got, no, that's okay. That's all right.
He made the remark during a phone interview on Fox News. He called it a great and safe vaccine.
Would you recommend to our audience that they get the vaccine then?
I would recommend it, and I would recommend it to a lot of people that don't want to get it.
Guidance comes from leadership. Republican men follow President Trump.
And we gave up to 1.3 million shots a day before he even took over. So not only did we have the vaccine, and one thing we did, we took a big bet on this. We started manufacturing the vaccine before we really knew it worked. He knew it worked. He knew it worked.
We have to do more to vaccinate the 66 million unvaccinated people in America. It's essential.
Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I'm told that for some reason people trust me.
Creator of the heavens and the earth, Alpha and Omega.
For some reason people trust me.
Bruce?
If you trust me, you'll get the vaccine.
Oh, I see where this is going.
It's really important to know that the vaccines have all been through and met the necessary safety and quality standards.
That's why I got the COVID-19 vaccine. So me and my family and neighbors can get back to playdates, trips, cookouts, and sport.
But we do begin tonight with the FDA issuing that emergency use authorization late today for Pfizer's child vaccine. Children 5 to 11, the first COVID vaccine authorized for that younger age group.
This is for my COVID vaccine. My mommy and my papa took me to get it this morning.
Oh, Rosita, that's great. Getting the COVID vaccine is a great way to stay healthy.
See, my mommy and my papi said that it will help keep me, my friends, my neighbors, my abuela, all healthy.
Your parents are absolutely right. You know, COVID vaccines are now available for children 5 years and older.
The COVID vaccine is safe and effective for everyone 5 and older.
The company announced today early results indicate their shots are safe and effective for kids aged 5 through 11.
Gonna love that, Elmo. Banana getting the vaccine. Elmo, Mommy, and Daddy can see her again soon.
And what we see is no surprise. Got a feeling most would treasure. And a love so deep we cannot measure. Ain't nobody loves me better. Can make me happy this way.
The first 15 million doses expected to go out across the country within 24 hours. About 28 million children are now newly eligible.
Get the vaccine. Help make our world a safe place for us to enjoy ourselves again. Please.
The country is still in a crisis, and there's a dark winter still ahead. Truthfully, we remain in a very dark winter. We're about to go into a dark winter. A dark winter. We're still facing a very dark winter.
On June 22, 2001, the United States government began Operation Dark Winter. Operation Dark Winter was not a war game. Instead, it was something more unusual. Dark Winter was a germ game.
Not missiles, but microbes.
In 2001, the US military, government, and media launched a mock battle against pathology.
Good evening. We interrupt our regular programming to return to Southwest Medical Center and continuing coverage of the outbreak of a mystery sickness.
And the problem is we don't have enough vaccine to go around.
Meaning we don't have enough vaccine for the United States?
Well, I would like to think that, but we don't have sufficient stockpiles for the people in Oklahoma, Georgia, or Pennsylvania, much less for the entire United States population.
Well, that certainly doesn't sound encouraging. What do you mean exactly?
Angie, it means it could be a very dark winter for America.
Without better planning, 2020 could be the darkest winter in modern history.
In 2001, a real-world exercise tested the emergency response to a bioterror attack on the continental United States. The operation was called Dark Winter.
No, he said long, dark winter. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. That's just what our country needs, is a long, dark winter.
In 2007, a new presidential directive was signed quietly into law. This maps out the government's response to a crisis, a plan to cope with a real dark winter. It is known as Directive 51. There are rumors of shadow agencies, sleeper cells, covert agents, but nothing can be confirmed.
We all recommit to the common sense measures that got us past the first horrendous months of this pandemic. We are in for a long, dark winter.
There are rumors of shadow agencies.
Tonight, President-elect Joe Biden urging Congress to quickly pass hundreds of billions of dollars in pandemic relief before what he calls a very dark winter.
Sleeper cells.
The darkest winter.
Dark winter.
Covert agents.
Dark winter.
The head of the CDC is warning that a dark winter is looming.
It could be a very dark winter for America.
Saying 450,000 Americans could die by February.
In Baltimore, Maryland, in a house 5 blocks south of the Capitol, in 2018, Operation Cloud X began. The scenario was similar to Dark Winter. This time, an influenza outbreak has occurred in Venezuela. It is likely to reach the U.S. in a few days. The government must react. I ask you to pay close attention to what they're saying. It's important.
We are now 3 months since the last meeting, and the pandemic has rapidly worsened globally and in the United States. The number of cases and deaths are increasing exponentially.
Remember, this is a simulation.
Here is the current U.S. situation. Approximately 60 cases 3 months ago at the last meeting to nearly 60,000 cases now. Global markets have plummeted from its high 5 months ago, and the Fed is now projecting a deep economic recession. Many domestic hospitals are failing due to lack of staff and supplies. Telework and social distancing measures are being encouraged by the CDC. Schools across the country are closed, and many public gatherings have been canceled. Public demand for surgical masks and respirators far exceed the available supply.
Dark Winter has revealed how vulnerable we've become.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus.
On December 20th, 2019, a year after Clade X, China began to report a new form of coronavirus in the Hebei province.
The Medical Research Council over more than 5 decades and dating back to the discovery of the first coronavirus in 1965.
I'm a little scared to get the shot because I don't like needles.
And look what I have here is what we needed for your vaccine shot.
Radar!
Yes, it's time to go, Big Bird.
Good luck, Big Bird. We're rooting for you.
You're gonna do great, Big Bird. We'll see you when you get back.
You got this, Big Bird! Okay, Granny Bird.
Let's go, hun.